What's up, guys? It's Looney TNT. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. The new year is here. I'm up to 175 subscribers. Everybody wants to know my New Year's resolution. Well, like 5 people, not everybody. But my goal is to hit 250 subscribers this year. And that would be fantastic. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, it really means a lot to me. And I hope I can hit that number, if not higher. That would be fantastic. So thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for the people who just come watch my videos and just hit that like button. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you guys get a little tips. Don't take everything that I do and try to do exactly the same. You know, mix it up in your own way. There's always different ways to improve and to do it your own way. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the opener. Now, if you guys have watched my video on my rotation, that's kind of what I'm going to do. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and pause this video. Go back and watch my rotation on my 1 mil crit video for cast bolt. Now, 1 mil crit for a cast bolt is, I'll be honest, is kind of low. But at the time of the video, it was kind of high for me because my gear. And now that I have higher gear, I can do a lot more. So, bear in mind with that, but the rotation is the same. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rotation so you guys can kind of see it, and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so I already have my Curse of Elements on the target, but I'm going to do it again. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to make sure that my pet is on not on passive. I've done that before, and I felt like a real noob, but just make sure he's not on passive. Get ready for the pull, breathe. You guys ready? Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm going into the rotation. I haven't popped my Dark Souls yet, but I will now. I'll go ahead and hit my cast bolt. And there's my cast bolt. Now, my cast bolt wasn't that big on that one. Neither was that one, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. That's pretty much the opening in a way. There's a few things that I wish would have procced, but they didn't, which is okay. Alright, so, as you guys can see, the first cast bolt crit was 1.7 mil. That is not bad. It's not bad. It's on a dummy. I have no buffs. That would have easily been a 2 mil crit if I had my flask, food buff, rate buffs, etc. That being said, a 2 mil crit is very achievable, as long as you can maintain your cooldowns on your trinkets. And I'm going to talk about all that right now. I'm a 562 item level, and these are the 2 trinkets I have. I have the trinket off Mercius, and I have the trinket off Garrosh. Those are the 2 trinkets I have, and those are the ones I kind of mesh together. If you don't have the one off Garrosh, and you have the one off Shamans, it works fantastic too. Okay, let's go ahead and go into it. So, what I did in that rotation was I pre-potted, and it wasn't considered a pre-pot right here because there's obviously I'm not getting in combat. But what you want to do is you want to pre-pot. What a pre-pot is I pot 2 seconds before the pull. So we have our tanks put a timer. Once it hits 2 seconds, I use the potion, which gives me 4,000 intelligence for 25 seconds. And later on in the fight, when I need it again for some burst, whatever, I'll do it again. Now, how this works is if you do it after the pull, you're only going to use it once. If you pre-pot it, you'll get it twice. Pretty simple. Now, in the rotation, you saw that I didn't pop Dark Souls immediately. And the reason why I didn't is I was waiting for my trinkets to build up. Now, normally, let's say if you have the trinket off Shamans and you have the trinket off Immersius, right when those 2 pop, you can pop your Dark Souls, and you can do it that way. What I do is I give my Immersius trinket the priority, and I wait until that pops before I pop my Dark Soul. And by that time, my Black Blood trinket will be added up to 10, and that's when I do it. So that's probably a lot, so I'm going to explain it again. Rotation, pre-pot, Curse of Elements, emulate. I throw out 2 conflags in the beginning, and the reason why I do that is because I want to get as much spell casting out as possible so I can get a trinket to proc, because I want my trinkets to proc. I have 2 of them, so I need both of them to proc. One of them will sometimes proc before, like in this case it did. So I had to continue to go, and I had to wait on my Dark Soul. But once it popped up, then I was able to time my Immersius trinket with my Dark Soul cooldown. And that is very important, and I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. And then I went to Incinerate spam until my Immersius trinket procced, and then I went Dark Soul, Cast Bolt, and then so on for the rotation. Like I said, I'm not going to get big in the rotation, but that's pretty much what I do, is I prioritize. I make sure to cast as many spells as I can to make sure my trinkets are procced before I hit my Cast Bolt. Sometimes I can get 2 Cast Bolts in a row, which is amazing. I really like that. Sometimes I can't. It's okay. Now, the reason why I wait to cast my Dark Soul to combo with my Immersius trinket is because if my Immersius trinket is not up and I pop my Dark Soul, the timing screws up. I don't run any add-ons, and I don't feel I need to, because I can maintain what I do, and I'm not a Garrosh heroic killer. I kill Garrosh in regular mode, and we're going to start doing some heroics, but I don't use deadly boss mods. I know that sounds like noob, but I've been playing since Burning Crusades, and I never really needed it. I know to move from fire. That's just something that I like to do on my own, not a bunch of stuff popping up. So I don't know when my trinkets are going to proc, but when I use my Dark Soul, I know my Immersius trinket is going to proc when my Dark Soul comes back up. They're on the same cooldown. They're on the same timer. So when I use them both at the same time, give it about 1 or 2 seconds, they're going to both be up at the same time, and I can use that to save up 4 more Burning Embers when that happens, and then I have a huge amount of damage going out. Because it's all about knowing when to do it. If you're not sure when stuff is coming up, and on our trinkets they're really sporadic, but as long as you know when things are going to come up, you're going to do okay. So I hope this video kind of helped you guys out. Last video I had a couple questions about the Conflag. Is it beneficial to use it with the Cast Bolt? Because when I use Conflag, I'll show you guys, you get 3 stacks of Backdraft. If I use it on the Cast Bolt, it consumes them all, but it's a faster cast. I use them on Incinerate because it makes all 3 of my Incinerates faster. But if I have an issue with I need to get a Cast Bolt off before my trinket just runs down or my proc, I will use my Conflag for my Cast Bolt in that situation. So yes, I do sometimes use that. Also, when do I use my Terror Guard or Doom Guard, whatever you want to call them? It's situational. Like, let's say on Garrosh, I do not use it until the last phase, the burn phase. I keep them up, and I know I could probably use them twice, but the first phase, I feel I don't need to, so I don't. And the reason, if I did use them in the beginning, I'd just be kind of, I don't know, I'm noob. I'm noob, guys, I'm noob. Like I said, don't copy what I do, just do your own thing, but just use some of the tips that I give if you guys like them. So, or a lot of times I'll just use them in the beginning of the fight. Beginning of the fight, Fire and Brimstone, go check out my other video. Alright guys, thank you guys, hopefully this helped you guys out. It's situational on your opener, depending on your trinkets. It's really situational, and hopefully you got that out of this video is, look at what you got, and look what you can use, and look what you can maximize, because the more you guys maximize your DPS, the easier it is to get the kill, but it's also the easier for you to sit there and be able to relax a little bit in the fight, not worried about, oh man, I'm going to get kicked. I know a lot of you guys do like Raid Finder or your flexes and do pugs, and sometimes you're worried about getting kicked because your DPS isn't the best, and if you wipe, some people go crazy and they go kick happy. So hopefully it helped you out. And I will stop rambling on and talking. I apologize for that. But hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. hopefully this guide helped you out. You know, I'm probably gonna title it "How to Crit 2 Million" or something, because you know that's what I usually do. And talk to you guys later.